All right. Welcome back, family, to another edition of Economic News. All right, today is December 18th, 2020, and the time is 3:45 a.m. All right, at the time of this recording. All right, going to go ahead and get it started. Looking at these stock market futures. We see the S&P futures is down, Dow is down, NASDAQ is down. You look at the Russell 2000 futures, seem to be the only one up, but just by a little bit slightly. And go ahead and move over here to, let's get to some other currencies for markets. We see the FTSE 100 is up. The Nikkei 225 is down. All right, so remember you see that change in the FTSE 100. That means the European and Asian markets are open while we're closed. All right, so get into some Bitcoin. You see Bitcoin is running up about 23,000, just over 23,000 some change. CMC crypto is up to as well too. All right. Get into some other things. Look at that 10-year bond. 10-year bond is under 1%, all right, at 0.9300, all right. Look at the VIX. The VIX is the volatility index. All right, it's running a little bit down. The other foreign currency, the GBP to the US dollar is running a little bit down, and the US dollar to the Japanese yen is running up with the fluctuations, all right. Look at some of this crude oil. You see crude oil is up by 4 cents, $48.40 a barrel. All right, that was brought to you by yahoofinance.com. Look at some of these markets, all right. All right, we'll switch over. Let's go to kitco.com. And then I want you to take a look at something interesting over here. You see you got the New York spot price. All right. You see the New York spot price. You see the change in gold. Gold is up by $20, almost $21. Silver is about 68 cents. Platinum is $14. Palladium up $16. And rhodium is unchanged. All right. But if you go down here to the world spot price, all right, you can see the big difference between what New York is saying and what the world spot price is right now. With the world spot price is open right now. Ooh, look at the big change. It done open changed again. All right. You see gold is down $5.50. This is US dollar terms. All right, the silver is down 27 cents. Platinum is down $9. Palladium $4, and rhodium asking price is unchanged at 16,000. All right. So that was brought to you by kitco.com. All right. And so let's go ahead and get into some extra news. All right. We're going to first start off here on the U.S. front. All right. All right. You see here, this is from zerohedge.com. All right. South Carolina bill will cut taxes on gold and silver to support sound money. That if you want to sell your gold, your precious metal, there is a big tax on it if you want to actually outright and sell it. So what they're doing here, they're cutting the taxes on it so they can actually people can actually go ahead and sell their gold and silver for hard currency and cash. They can actually get their somewhat of a true value of what their gold and silver is. All right, this is not just gold and silver. This is titanium, palladium, platinum, any precious metal out there. All right, copper. Yeah, if you want to get it, they're cutting taxes on most of it, so they can go ahead and you can go ahead and get your money's worth on it. This is actually what's going on. Some of these states are going it on their own because they feel that the federal government is too slow, so they're going it on their own, and they're go ahead and cutting taxes in their particular states. All right, so the states are beginning to see what's going on. They're slow walking it, but they're slowly getting into it, so they can go ahead and just make their own currency and save their people in their state. All right. And speaking of federal government, some more big news, more bailouts for the big corporations. Congress had to pass $17 billion for airlines. All right. See, once again, the big corporations they have no problems giving them big money. All right, this is I think the third or fourth bailout for the airline industry since this whole catastrophe crap began back in March. All right, so they gotten billions and billions of dollars, no problem. But Congress in the bickering and arguing about how much money they're gonna give the people. All right, people out here hurting, but they're out here and they have no issues giving money to corporations and big mega international folks. But they, when it comes to the people itself, they over here arguing and fussing over nothing. All right, and that was this story here was brought to you by wolfstreet.com. All right, wolfstreet.com. All right, and speaking of that, we go to worldnetdaily.com. Since Congress wants to give billions of dollars to corporations, All right. Almost 8 million Americans have fallen into poverty in the last 6 months. All right. Most people have exhausted most of their life, their savings. They've run through the stimulus that was given out to them. They've stretched their unemployment to the breaking point, the unemployment chase to the breaking point, and people are tapped out. All right. None of us, unless you're a part of the Uber, so the so-called elites, and I don't call them elites anyway, the so-called folks that are 1%ers. Well, everybody else we're hurting them. We're scratching and trying to make out an existence. All right. See, it says 8 million Americans have fallen into poverty the last 6 months alone, according to a joint study by Economics University of Chicago and University of Notre Dame. All right. It goes into here. Basically, it's basically what I was saying. People have tapped out. They've extended they've tapped out all their resources. They pretty much people are tapped out for everything. All right. Don't pay attention to this poverty. This poverty rate rose by 9.3 to 11.7 by into November. All right, that number's a lot much worse than what they're putting out. The real unemployment rate right now is sitting at about 25 to 30%. All right. So that story is from worldnetdaily.com. All right. All right. So we'll go ahead and switch to zerohedge.com and move a little bit overseas. All right. Austrian bank unleashes a pro cash attack on ECB digital euro agenda. All right. So basically, some of these so-called European Union nations are beginning to see what the European Central Bank is about. When they come up with these digital currencies, that's the way to keep you in control. All right. When cash is sort of happening, they can keep you in cash, but when you go to digital currency, if you make them mad, they can just turn off your credit card. They can turn off your chip. They can turn off everything about you. At least with cash, they can't actually separate control you, or they can control how much the currency is worth and how much it ain't worth. But at least you still have that cash in hand. I'm not a big proponent of the digital dollars, digital euros, yen, yuan, ruble, rupee, whatever. I don't care. Dinar, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't tickle my fancy in a bit, one bit. All right. Digital currency or fiat currency. All right. The only sound money that's been in existence in this world for millennia, a millennia or more, is precious metals, gold and silver. Most of them, palladium, titanium. All of them have been used as good actual good currency. All right. But as you see here, some of the European countries, this is just the first, all right, that's been reported by Zero Hedge. But if you really think about it, they're reporting one. How many have been doing it behind the scenes, attacking the euro? All right, especially the European Central Bank. All right, unelected bureaucrats and commissioners who probably really never had a job. They probably were put into it and they got corrupted. All right. All right. And then for our final story here, we're looking at John Williams at shadowstats.com. All right. Take a look here to November 2020. Most November numbers are still coming in. All right. Forecast gain the year to year for the second month up by 2.67%. All right. Following a 2.4% gain in October and a 1.8 negative, 1.84% annual decline in September. Year to year increases were the first seen since the Federal Reserve's tightening in November 2018 strangled the U.S. economy activity. All right. If you can go to go to John Williams at shadowstats.com and read this. So you got more numbers coming in. Slight gains in freight due to some of the ticking being picked up. All right. All right. But as you get it in, more numbers coming in. It's December, but you see more numbers coming in. For November and beginning of the third quarter, the end of the third quarter for the calendar year. All right. And remember, right now we're in the fourth quarter of the calendar year. All right, that's the calendar year. Now the fiscal year, we've actually begun. We're actually in the first quarter of the fiscal year. All right, big difference between fiscal year and calendar year. Calendar year goes by your normal Gregorian calendar. All right, fiscal year goes by pretty much goes by a different type. All right. We covered this before, but I say it again. Fiscal year starts 1 October, ends 31 December. That's the first quarter. Second quarter, January 1st to March 31st. Third quarter, April 1st to June 30th. Fourth quarter, July 1st and 30 September. All right. So go ahead and get the JohnWilliamsShadowStats.com and go ahead and get some of these latest real numbers coming in for the final month of the third quarter and for the calendar year and into the fourth quarter for this calendar year. All right. All right. So once again, we see things are going. We see things are coming to a head. We see things are getting rough out there. All right. So once again, I want to thank you for joining us another edition of Atlanta Economic News. All right. Be safe out there, family. Please be safe. Take care of yourself. All right. The storm is coming for this global financial collapse. So take care of yourself. Remember, it's not too late to take care of your own finances. Remember, you are your own best banker. You are your own best savings and loans. You're your own best credit union. All right. You are your best and only best financier. Take care of your finances. Once again, thank you. Please take care of each other, family. And once again, let's get it started.